All right, welcome in, guys, to another Sunday night super late model series here. Week number one, going to be at South Boston. Practice just about wrapped up right now. You're looking at the number one guy in practice. He is going to be the man, the myth, the legend, all the way from Montana. Got Rafe Hatlin out here tonight. Rafe right now currently sitting in the number one spot in practice. Best lap for him. Let's pull it up here. We have 14.57. Anthony Monroe right behind him. Cowboy from Texas. 14.70 for him. Ty going to be in that number three spot. Practice 14.88. John Wayne. Good to see John Wayne back out here. He's going to be a 14.99 here in practice. That wrapped it up. We're heading into qualifying right now. Take a look at the drivers do in qualifying. The lights are going down. Home qualifying off right now. Comes the 89. Tyler. That I can do here tonight. Big time. SK modified driver. Lap for him, looking strong. We'll see what he can do here. iRating on him, 33.77. Moved it up a little bit, though. Looks like...
Can you hear me now?
There you go. Got him coming through.
Yeah, I got you. All right, copy that. Let's go race mode.
There we go. We got the voices coming through the race right there. All right, Ty's going to go to the number one spot in qualifying. Can he hang on to it? No, he can't. Yes, he will. He'll go back to the number one spot. Ty's going to be in a 14.78. Anthony Monroe going to bring it home in the number two spot, 14.85. Junior going to be back there at a 14.90. Chase Elliott, 14.97. Kyle Busch, a 14.99. Rafe right there in the number seven spot, but I don't think he's going to hang on to it. Let's see where he moves up here. On the board, the number 18 machine out of Montana goes to the number three spot. Logan Ace out here tonight out of Italy. Watch out now, representing the Nighthawk Motorsports and that number 69 machine. Going to find himself in the three spot. So Rafe's going to be in the number one. Ty's going to be in the two. Logan Ace going to be in that number three spot. Anthony Monroe in the four. And John Wayne struggling back there. He's going to be in that number 9 spot. All right, we're going to get going here, get to the next part. The actual race here. All right, here we go. Driver to get showed up here. There he is. Hatlin tonight getting it done. And that number 18 machine. He blistered the track out there. Laid down a great time. He'll be your number one spot here tonight. iRating coming in for him, 1860. Got an A license. He'll look to do some damage here tonight. On the outside of him, former teammate in that 98, you got Ty. Ty out of Connecticut, I believe. He's somewhere out there. He's far away. But that number 89 machine, he'll look to do some damage on the outside. Logan Ace back here in the number 69 machine out of Italy. Rocking the Nighthawk Motorsports paint scheme there. We appreciate you. Going to start out in that number three spot. On the outside of him, the Asphalt Cowboy. Backwoods Vacation Rentals out of Texas. Anthony Monroe bringing it in that number 82 machine. Junior obviously in the number 8. Elliott in the 9. Busch going to be back in the 51. William Byron going to be in the 24. And John Wayne bringing up the rear here in that number 10 machine. John Wayne. Sheriff. Let's see. All right, you got the ticker at the top of the screen. It's Sunday Night Supers week number one. Going to bring it home. We got 100 laps here tonight. All right, pace car's off. Rafe, ready to go. Here we go. Great start right there from the driver from Montana. Ty on the outside. That 89 machine, Anthony Monroe, right behind him in the 2. Making the 3, Anthony Monroe, the Asphalt Cowboy, back in the 3, Logan Ace. Moving himself up to the number 4 spot. Still jockeying for position. John Wayne now making a move back here in that Blueberry number 10 machine. He's got some drivers in front of him right now. Jump in the cockpit with John Wayne as he works his way up through the field here. Working on Kyle Busch right now, right in front of him. John Wayne looking to make some moves here. Jump on board with Kyle Busch. You see that junior there. Moving up to Chase Elliott. There is Logan Ace. Ace Motorsports out here. Tyler. Working a good line right here. He's got Anthony Monroe in front of him. You're going to see that all night long. Anthony Monroe in that number 2 spot. But look at the gap Rafe has put on these guys. Look at that capsule of time gearbox cam. Look at the space he's put between him and second place. A little bit of scraping the wall there. That's going to help. Look back at from Anthony Monroe's machine. You see that fire popping. Ty's car. He's getting it in there pretty hot right now. 3 of 100 in. You see the ticker at the top of your screen letting you know where these drivers are at. Performance Racing School. Mustang of Tyler moving himself up there right behind Anthony Monroe. Look at the gap still here from the boy, the man from Montana. And that number 18 machine. Hold away from him right now. Back in Ty. Logan Ace back there. A little bit of battle going on here. Junior right now trying to hold off John Wayne. John Wayne in that number 10. Like John's going to try to peek the nose in there. See what happens here on this next corner. Looking back from the WeatherTech fender cam. John Wayne, he's going to shove it in there. Not yet, John said. Work with him right now. You're riding on board with Dale Jr. Back, nothing happening right yet. Oh, we got some action here on board. Anthony Monroe out of Texas. Your ticker at the top of your screen is up to date. Rafe in the number 1, Anthony in the 2, Ty in the 3, Logan Ace in the 4, Junior in the 5, Wayne in the 6, 7, Elliott, 8, Byron, and Kyle Busch in the number 9 spot. John Wayne, he's moved his way up through the field here. Well, a great battle brewing here. Anthony Monroe in that 2 spot. Absolutely. You see it right there, folks. He is literally getting after him right there. 100%. Anthony Monroe just hanging on. You see Rafe still got a good gap here. We're on board with Anthony Monroe as we watch that Ford Mustang right behind him. Ty trying to find that moment to make that move here. You see the rubber coming in pretty good here. In South Boston, a little colder of a night here. The clouds are going down. The lights are getting brighter. Right now, he's just doing everything he can do to try to get up here and bring the action. Great looking shot here. Let's jump inside the cockpit with Ty here as he's trying to chase down the Asphalt Cowboy. Riding on board with Ty. Good so far. You see it up front here. Rafe's getting ready to get into some lap traffic. Riding with the leader. Right now, the gap just over about 2.5 seconds between him and second place. It looks like the move was made. Big pass there. Ty was able to make the move around Anthony Monroe. Go back and take a look at that pass here. There it is. Look at that. Waited for it, executed it perfectly here. The 98 able to make its way around 82. Great looking pass there. Whoa, look at them brakes glowing on that 82. Holy shit. 19 of 100 in. Ty's now working his way up, trying to chase down Wraith Anthony Monroe in that 3 spot. Logan Ace back here in the 4. Junior John Wayne, Elliott, Byron, and Bush going to round out your top 9. Well, it looks like no problem here so far. Wraith's getting it done out here. Ty's chasing him down. Now, that gap was about 2.5. Right now, it's getting closer to that 2 mark here. The tires must be fading with the number 18 machine. Rafe able to make his way up through some traffic. You see Anthony Monroe doing the same thing here. And Ace not quite in traffic yet. Junior Wayne. Here we go. Anthony Monroe now having some work to see in front of him. 24. Billy B. Anthony Monroe smooth sailing here tonight in the Sunday Night Super Series. Week number 1 here at South Boston. The 18 machine, it looks like he loves this track. Rafe Hatlin up there tonight. Looking fantastic out of Montana, holding it down, that 18 machine. But I got news for you. Ty is charging. That gap is getting smaller and smaller. Anthony Monroe still in that 3 spot. Logan Ace back in the 4. John Wayne cruising around back there in the top 6. He's your hard charger, up 3 spots here tonight at South Boston. Absolutely. The weather tonight was not bad. You take a look here at the information for the track during it. 80 degrees, 6% chance of rain, cloudy, beautiful 5-mile-an-hour wind. Here tonight for the Sunday Night Super Series. Absolutely. You see it time and time again. But the 18 machine is out front. Ty in the 2 still, and Anthony Monroe. The brakes are glowing pretty strong on the 82 machine. He is the owner and operator of Monroe Motorsports, once again out of Texas. Backwoods Vacation Rentals on the side of that machine. Very nice paint scheme on that, by the way. I do like the half and half, the yin and the yang on that Toyota. Very nice. Logan Ace also back here in the 69 machine. Nighthawk Motorsports Cadillac. Beautiful looking paint scheme on that thing also. 69 looking real nice out here. John Wayne in the Blueberry. Number 10. All right, here we go. Whoa, look at that. Big move there from Anthony Monroe, able to get up and around Chase Elliott. 30 of the 100 in the books here at South Boston. Tell you later, that gap is under 2 seconds like we talked about. But he is charging. Smooth sailing so far here. No issues from anyone. Ty still back in that 2 spot. Anthony Monroe in the 3. You start seeing some of these tire fall off here. Lap 33 of 100 in the books right now. Your fall off is pretty dramatic. Last lap for your leader was a 15.37. Ty went 15.22. You can see who's saving the tire. Top speed of the race so far, 110 miles an hour from Rafe Hatlin up there. 108 from Ty. Anthony Monroe, 107. Just showing you how some of these guys are driving out here right now. You could totally see it. Especially with the driver out front from Montana. He's got to work with this lap traffic again. Pit strategy, yeah, that's all out the window. I mean, there's 100% fuel in these cars. They do get 2 extra sets of tires. But as far as that goes, yeah, everything else is out the window when it comes to that. Right now, you see it. Correct. Rafe out front, Ty in that 2 spot. Anthony Monroe in the 3. Logan Ace back in the 4. There's Earnhardt. And John Wayne still in that 6 spot back there. Right now, Anthony Monroe, you can see that tire. The tire fall off for Anthony is a little more concerning. Ty right now working his way under Willie B here. Now let's keep an eye on Anthony Monroe here. Lap 39 of 100, and we're still clean. Anthony Monroe looking strong here tonight out of Texas. See him back out here racing in the league. Rafe out here tonight. Don't know how much we're going to see from the young man out of Montana, going back to school and a little bit more, you know, a little more things to focus about than iRacing. I understand. I'm going to be back there in that number 2 spot. Anthony Monroe, Logan Ace. Get a few more drivers out here tonight that we didn't get to see. Unavailable to make the call. Labor Day weekend, you know. Other plans than iRacing. All right, watch the 18 here. He's going underneath Junior. Can he make it work? And you notice, too, how much better the brakes look on the 18 compared to some of these other cars. Getting in and out of the throttle. Right now, he is looking smooth. Going to try to bring up some action here. We'll keep an eye on this battle for the lead here. It's looking strong. All they got to do is just run it out. 45 of 100 in the books right now, and you see who's knocking on the door. Went from 2.5 to now, slide on over, sweetheart. Here comes the 98. Ty now to the back bumper of the 18, who had an over 3.5 second gap just a few short laps ago. I told you, you start looking at them lap times and things start changing. Saving the tires. Who's not saving the tires? The top 3 are now getting bunched up a little bit here. Junior in the front of them in that number 8 machine. The Sunday Night Super Series, lap 49 of 100. We're closing in on halfway there. Anthony Monroe now getting a little bumpy there, and he's going to get into the backside of the 18 machine. He's going to clear. No! Big wreck here. Anthony Monroe, the Asphalt Cowboy, going to get himself turned around here, and it looks like we will have a caution on the speedway here. He was down and out. Caution now is out on the track. That's going to bring out the first caution. Chase Elliott was able to get wound up in time there, but man, how about that? How about that? Big wreck right there from Anthony Monroe. Looks like he just went out and maybe thought he was clear. Maybe he wasn't clear. I'll have to take a look here at the blimp cam here. We'll pause it right there and try to get a better cam here of something a little bit higher maybe. Or yeah, here we go. This looks good. Let's try this. Now keep an eye on that bottom of your screen, 82 machine. Exactly what happens here. Yeah, looks like he just comes on up in front of the 18, but you know, hey, first race of the year, a little jitters there from Anthony Monroe. They're going to get everything straightened back out. Be ready to go here. The caution came out here. As you can see the flagman there. Obviously, he does not see it until he's right in front of him. Shout out to the flagman there who did not see a car spun out in front of him. Probably should get him checked. All right, that's going to bring out the first caution of the night. It took to lap 51 out of 100. Not bad. Everybody watching their P's and Q's here. Anthony Monroe going to come down the pits here. Ty work himself up in that number 1 spot after the incident there. Rafe comes a pit stop there from Logan Ace. John Wayne going to come into the pits here. No, John Wayne going to go ahead and stay on out there. Why? Why not, John Wayne? Like they're getting themselves lined back up. We're going to go green here. Tag there from Chase Elliott, I see. Eye on that. Ty going to be back out front here. Once we get rolling here, looks like they got a little bit of confusion here on who goes where and what happens there. E2, ooh. There, what was he doing? He went a lap down there. The pace car was a little confused too, so they're going to go back, regroup, and reline them up here. Go P1 to green here at South Boston. We're just over halfway through this race. Coming very, very good. Your leader, Ty Jeter, in the 2 spot there. Here we go. Back racing after that first caution. Ty going to still be your leader there. Junior going to be back into 2, and oh boy. Anthony Monroe went for another tumble here. Let's take a look at what happened to the Asphalt Cowboy. Coming from the chopper cam. We just lost it. Oh no. There it is. Hey, at least everybody held up, did not run into him. Even though it looked like, oh, never mind. Anthony ran into the guy that was waiting for him. All right. Well, hey, caution's back out. Just like that, the 82 looks to be back into the line here out of Texas. He's got John Wayne there in front of him. I do believe this was a P1 to green situation, so they'll get fired back up here pretty quickly. Oh. Bit of, happened here? Oh. Like the 82's got some beef with the 10 here. We'll have to keep an eye on that one there. First race of the year, you wouldn't think there'd be any beef, but I guess, you know, maybe there was past beef. But all right, here we go. Ty's out front. He's your leader. Junior in that number 2 spot. Let's keep an eye on this and see if anything brews up here. John Wayne. Oh, no. John Wayne falls victim to Anthony Monroe. Let's take a look at what happened here. All right, looks like he had to slow up because Willie B was slowing down there, or excuse me, Kyle Busch. And then looks like, oh, he just got slammed into the backside there. The 82 got all over the backside of John Wayne there. Wow. Well, we talked about it just before that wreck happened. I said, something don't seem right here with these guys. And then, sure shit, we couldn't even make it a lap. All right, 61 of 100 here. We had cautions, do breed cautions, and it looks like I wonder what started this. Maybe a past race back in the day? Oh, the 18 gets into the back of John Wayne there. Okay. John Wayne out here making lots of friends here in week number 1. But it doesn't get any easier. John Wayne going into the pits here. He's going to get some service done. It does not get any easier for these drivers next week as we're heading to Stafford. I know Ty will be excited for that one. 100 laps over at Stafford. Should be a good race, but like the number 10 machine of John Wayne going to be in the pits here. Ty, your leader, Logan Ace now up to that number 2 spot. L. Jr. back into 3, Rafe in the 4, Willie B, Anthony Monroe. That's going to round out your top 6 as we get ready to go back. Green flag racing. Oh, there was a little more contact there, was there? Let's take a look here. No, John passed him cleanly here. Okay. Man, you can hear the engines revving near each other. I mean, there's 66 of 100 in the books. Got to keep an eye on this guy. Anthony Monroe. All right, looks like clean start there. Ty, Logan Ace. And Rafe, your top 3. Junior, Willie B, Anthony Monroe. John Wayne's going to go up there. He's doing his thing, but it's tie right now. Logan Ace says, hey, go ahead and take it. He's going to let the 18 machine have it there. Beautiful looking machine. That Cadillac. Real nice there. Junior back in the 4. Willie B in the 5. Anthony Monroe has to come down pit road here. 68 of the 100. Going to come down pit road here. Rough night for the 82 machine. A couple spin outs, a couple crashes. Like his night's about done here. 68 of the 100 here at South Boston. Ty, Rafe, Logan Ace, your top 3. Junior, Byron Chase, Kyle Busch, Anthony Monroe, and John Wayne. Jump inside the cockpit with John Wayne here. Riding with the number 9 driver out here right now. Ticker at the top of the screen is 100% right. John Wayne, a legend of the Nighthawk Weekly Racing Series. Been around for multiple years. Right now trying to put the pedal to the metal here against Junior up in the WeatherTech number 8 machine. John right now doing everything he can. Up on inside the cockpit here with Logan Ace. Keep the hand steady, Eddie right there. Atlin be good here as he's trying to chase down that Ford Mustang in front of him. I love these on-board camera views, man. So great. Right now you're seeing it. Rafe doing everything he can do to try to get up there. He sees in his mirror. Bottom left of the screen, Logan Ace working his way up here. 75 of the 100. We got 25 laps left here. He is sawing the shit out of that wheel. He'd make old Billy Van Meter proud seeing that. John Wayne right now getting some action. Anthony Monroe back out on the track. An Ace on board, excuse me. Take a look at that gearbox cam. Looking back. Riding with Ty in the 89 out front. If this was an official race, he'd be up 23 I rating. Yes, 23 I rating if this was an official race. The leader right now not having any issues trying to hold back the Montana driver. Last lap for Ty, 15:08. Last lap for Rafe, 15:12. Logan Ace at a 15:03. He's starting to dial it in back there. Me and Ty now start working these grooves. Every one of them starting to come in here in South Boston. Oh, big wreck in the back. Rafe goes for a spin. Oh boy. Let's take a look at what happened here. Montana driver, looks like he got a little too friendly with Chase Elliott here. Let's take a look. Oh, he just ran right into the side of the 9 and wow. Well, fortunately, or unfortunately, however you want to put it, the 18 didn't get too much damage from that hit, so he'll get regrouped back up there. Quick caution came out there for that, so Montana driver should be safe. Them through here and get right through this caution here. Looks like the 18 is going to drop down into the pits here, probably grab some fresh tires. Like that's what those guys are doing. Grab some freshies. Why not? That's going to put your new leader, Logan Ace, up front and out front. That 69 machine. Earnhardt going to be back in that number 2 spot. Ty's going to pop out of the pits, be right there with him. Anthony Monroe, the Asphalt Cowboy, and the 82 machine, the Yin Yang flip-flop paint scheme. Looks pretty sweet. I like it a lot. All right, Logan Ace going to be your leader here. Chase Elliott's probably going to get pushed up out of the way here. Stand by. He should fly around him. There he goes. All right, so here you go. Logan Ace here staying out with no tires. Did not pit for tires, so lead probably will not last no longer than turn 2. Here we go. Good start for him. Ty right on his back bumper. Ty's going to go up the track. Logan's going to still work that bottom line here. Ty's going to go to the high side, give him plenty of room. There it is right there. I told you. By corner 2, he was going to get smoked. No tires. No plane. Logan Ace going to drop to that number 2 spot. Race now. Struggled on that restart. Big gap between 2nd and 3rd there. Ty still your leader out front. Logan into 2. Rafe into 3. Anthony Monroe now in that number 4 spot. Taking a look from the fan stands here. Cam, beautiful looking shots here tonight in South Boston. Anthony Monroe still got them brake flowing back there. He's working his way closer and closer to John Wayne. 88 of 100. The battle here. Logan Ace. Got Rafe all over his back bumper here. Rafe gives him a little bit of a nudge. 69 respects it. He don't have any tires. He can't fight a battle with nothing. So Rafe's going to move that number 2 spot. Logan Ace going to drop to the 3. Anthony Monroe now. And we're back together here. The 10 and the 82. Oh, the 10 goes back and big carnage here. Oh my God. I hate to say it, but I think the 82 knew that was going to happen. I really do. Take a look here. We've seen what the 82 was doing to the 10 the whole race, and then it looks like the 10 said, you know what? Here's my chance. My God, he didn't lift until he was in the back of him there. Look at that. You see the fire coming out of the 10 there, so kind of a dead giveaway, but, you know, you kind of thought it was going to happen. You see it right here? And the 10 was saying, this is my spot. Big damage to the 82. Big damage to the 10. Cautions out here of South Boston on lap 93 of 100 here. Ty going to be your leader. Rafe still in that number 2 spot. Logan Ace going to be in the 4. Anthony Monroe, or excuse me, Ace in the 3. Anthony Monroe in the 4. So we'll go round and round we go. The 82 now going to have to go into pits and grab something here. Hopefully he's got a fast repair left. Like the tires on there. All right. Ty's your leader out front. Rafe in that 2 spot. Logan Ace in the 3. Pace car is going to come off the track next time by here. Take a look. Turn them off here. Everybody's going to get waited. Ty out front. Rafe in the 2. Logan in the 3. Earnhardt in the 4. Monroe in the 5. Monroe in that number 5 spot right now. So they're getting ready to come back around the green. The lights are off the pace car. We got a bird's eye view here. Look at this shot. Stop. All right. Ty with a good size takeoff there. Rafe back there. And John Wayne looks like he's coming back up here to play with some Anthony Monroe. Anthony Monroe now struggling there. He can't get that car to turn. The 10's looking for him. Ty going to be out front right now. Rafe in that number 2 spot. Looks like where they're going to stand here. 98 of 100. Ty your leader. Rafe in the 2. Logan Ace in the 3. Earnhardt. Anthony Monroe. Billy B. John Wayne. Unfortunately out of this race there. Looks like Ty's going to bring this thing around. Take the white flag. But not so quick, my friend. And that's going to be your race. Look at that. The race is over. No green, white checker needed. Your race winner, Ty. Going to have Rafe in that number 2 spot. And Logan be back here in that number 3. Congratulations again to Ty for taking the win. Rafe in that number 2 spot. Logan bringing home in the number 3. That's South Boston, folks. Week number 1. Look forward to bringing you week number 2 here just next week. See you guys at Stafford. Congratulations again to Ty. See you guys next week.